So the thumbnail will give it away. I've bought this new project car to work on. We picked it up last week. We put it in a trailer, brought it home, and lots to work on with it really. It's the new project. So this is pretty much day one of the project. We dropped it off last week with the bad weather and just day-to-day life. We haven't had much chance to work on it. Lovely sunny day today, so we got stuck in. There's a couple of bits we've been up to over the course of the week, which I'll point out. Plenty to do. So let's have a look. Fitted some new window winder handles. So now the windows actually go up and down, which they didn't before. It's some nice new rubber trim on there. Found a car that someone was breaking on eBay. We've got the covers to go back on those. We're missing a vent here on the sides. We've got a new one of those, and the door shut. There's lots of little bits and bobs that we need to go around and do. We've found the wiring for the indicators. For some reason it's probably just snapped. It's old. That needs rejoining on there. Again, this side, put a new bit of trim in there and a new handle for the windows. There we go. Look, there's the. These have got the old hole where you used to adjust your mirrors, but because we've obviously got different mirrors, we don't need these anymore, so we have to fill those holes over. Trying to find the electric window version of these is like trying to find, well, a needle in a haystack. Everyone seems to have snapped them up. They're very rare to find. Got to get new fuse box cover back in here under the glove box. There's a tray that goes in there we need to get. Just little niggly little bits like that we've got to try and get. Not sure what we're doing with this yet. We've got the interior panels to put back on if we want, but I'm thinking I might just leave them out and build a sound system in here. Just had to screw this trim back on. This was all loose. This was fixed in and tucked under the rubber for the boot. Checked all the backlights and everything worked. They're all okay. Got to get some solenoid action going on for the boot, because obviously being a smooth boot lid as it is, there's no way of opening the boot. So we've got to get a solenoid wired in to pull and push this up and down to unlock the boot, so we don't have to keep climbing through. Someone obviously deleted the roof rails on the roof. Looks nice the way that it's done, but they obviously act as a rain gully to get rid of the water, and it's all cracking up front and rear, so we've got to sort that out. Got lots of crazing going on the bumper. Again, someone smoothed the bumper into the wings. It's starting to crack there, so I think we'll cut that again, have that back so that the bumper and the wings are separately, so if we need to take the bumper off we can. We've got obviously more damage down the bottom that needs to be addressed. Same round here. Need to tighten up the bracket for this bonnet as it wiggles about and it bounces a lot. So I think it's just whip the scuttle panel off and get underneath to the bolts inside. I love someone's put this air duct in here. Nowhere near the air filter, which is there. Yeah, it's these have got indicators in the mirrors. Need wiring in. And a stereo. Surprisingly, the original speakers are still in the door card. These seats, they sit bloody low to the floor. Someone's manufactured some brackets for them to sit on. I don't like them anyway, really. So we're trying to try and get some original seat rails. Initially, you'll probably end up bolting them to those rails to try and get it, you know, so we can use it and get it through an MOT. Yeah, I guess then really we can move them backwards and forwards, because although there is this here to move them backwards and forwards, I don't know if they're seized up or whether they never moved, they've just been anchored into one position. Don't know if we're going to live with the harnesses or whether we'll use the original seat belts, but either way we haven't got seat belt clips for them to go into at the moment. But I'm hoping they'll come attached to the seat rails if we buy some new ones of those. It's looking in pretty good condition for the age of this car, actually. We might have to change that up. It's looking a little bit frayed. These are painted black and they're looking ever so tatty. So either get some original ones or we're going to have to sand them all down and smooth them all off completely. I think we're going to have to change that. Not keen on the old original steering wheels. Yeah, we've got rid of the sticker bomb on there. That was awful. And along the top of the boot, all along here, just tidy it up a bit, get rid of it all. It's horrible, you know, it was all over the door handle. We've got rid of that. It was all over the centre caps. We've got rid of them. There's a lot of work to be done, you know. These are rusted out. These bonnet pins, we'll have to rivet some new ones in. Nothing major, it's not anything big. So hopefully we can get it sort of roadworthy and then get it through an MOT. But let's see. At the moment we've got the sun visors being cleaned because they were absolutely filthy. They'd all gone mouldy, so just scrubbing them up with a bit of the old Innie from Starger Gloss, and just update it as it goes, really. But she's looking nice out here in the sun today. Swip the scuttle panel off. It's obviously very dirty along under there. This bracket here is what holds the bonnet up. There's a lot of play in it. I think we just need to whip this, do this screw up here, and hopefully that'll stop it being so wobbly, and then we can put the scuttle panel back in. It'd be nice to actually put a smooth one in rather than the horrible one that was on there, but got to shop around and find one or get someone to make me one. So there you go, that's the new car. Lots to do on it, actually. I keep saying it's niggly little things, but there is a real mountain to climb. Got to get it through an MOT. We really don't know if it's going to pass that. The door handle's been smoothed on one side, so that's a definite. We've got to get that able to open before it'll go for MOT. You know, there's no rush. Just going to take our time with it and just update as we do little tiny things to it. And hopefully we'll have it out for some shows at some point. Give it a like and a subscribe if you want to follow its progress. Thanks for watching.